Assalamu alaikum, how are you everyone? This is Sayed Sajjad Rizvi and today I am going to give my response on this coronavirus spread, that how it's going to affect our social and cultural life, plus that which kind of genres or which kind of literature we're going to have in upcoming future. First of all, I want to discuss this coronavirus, that what is coronavirus? It's a virus due to which disease is being spread, known as called COVID-19, which attack on our respiratory system. And if you're not going to have a strong immunity system, it will end you, expire you on the spot. So, coronavirus, in the beginning, it was just like a bomb to everyone, a fear, like atom bomb is being blasted somewhere, and it's after effect of that. But gradually, people started understanding this thing, that this is a little bit 50% of our psychological game, that if we are going to give space to any kind of fear, that fear will control our body. So it's not going to be that much dangerous that it is being told. So coronavirus is affecting our social lives, our cultural life. Like if we're going to even our religious, you can say, activities are being disturbed due to this coronavirus. Like we are not supposed to move in the mosques, we are not supposed to offer prayer in groups. So we cannot stand in a group, we cannot go outside. Our social life is totally disturbed, and our cultural life is also totally disturbed. Our religious life is also disturbed. So everything is disturbed. We're facing that kind of life scenario which we were not expecting, which we were not prepared for, and which we are not willing to live in. Like everybody is in prison right now. We are in isolation. We don't want to move outside. This fear is not letting us go and do something. But obviously there is a class difference. Like those people who are well bred, who are rich, they can survive right now. They can purchase things. They can purchase ration for their home, and they can have a good sort of life for 1 to 2 years or more than this one, because they are well bred people. But our poor who are not having one day, you can say, eatables, who are not having food for one day, one time food is not available. There are those people who will help them, who will support them. You're talking about stopping this coronavirus. You are inviting the foreigners, those people who are living abroad from Pakistan. You're inviting them at our own countries. I'm not going to point out any kind of group, but I believe that the coronavirus came in Pakistan due to those people who were abroad, who came to Pakistan and disturbed the nation. But it was supposed to be happened, and it happened. And we should accept this thing, that we are supposed to live with this coronavirus until and unless the vaccine would not be made, the cure would not be made. So we should accept this thing. We should not be that much fearful from this very virus. Now let's move forward, that which kind of literature we are going to expect. So I will say there is not a specific type of literature which is going to be expected in upcoming future. There would be a small span of time in which people are going to discuss this coronavirus and fear, and after that the people will forget it, that nothing was happened. Like it would be on internet, Google encyclopedia and the word history, that this was happened. Nobody is going to write more for it. As far as the fear is concerned, I don't think that the world is in fear of coronavirus nowadays. The fear is gradually demolishing from people's mind. So the death ratio which is being told to us is that more than 60, if your age is more than 65 years, you are in a danger zone. If you're a kid, you are in a danger zone. And death ratio is 1.4 to 5% from coronavirus. In every 385 people, only 1 person died. Situation is not very much dangerous, but we have made it psychologically dangerous. Like, even if we watch influenza, 1% death ratio is with influenza, and it is having a cure. We are having medicine for influenza, and still 1% people die with influenza. Look how. And we are not having cure from coronavirus, and 1.5 person are dying. So situation is not very dangerous. It's a psychological game. Use the precautionary measures wash your hands for 20 seconds and clean your body daily, and wear mask. These are precautionary measures, but don't be frightened from this disease until and unless we are not having a proper solution. We should not have to stop ourselves. We should have to do our work. We should not have to demolish the economy. If economy would be demolished, you will watch crime in all over the world. People will snatch bread from each other. There would be a great mega movement regarding the poverty. So you cannot stop that coronavirus, which is going to become in the result of this coronavirus. In the real lives of people are being disturbed. The inflation rate is at height. If something is cheap, like petrol was cheap, but it was invisible in Pakistan, you can watch the petrol can near to 85 and 88, but it was invisible. Their petrol pumps are not giving petrol to people. This is the situation. The floor 20 kg is going more than 1000 rupees. Vegetables are very expensive. Things are going very expensive in this very situation. Even when the spread was started, the mask which was of 10 rupees, its price went 50 rupees, and after that, So I think that these things can be controlled while believing that we should have to live with it, and we should have to work hard, we should have to stable our economy, we should have to think like a human being, we should have to become a nation for stopping this thing. We should not have to store things, we should not have to go for our own materialistic approach, we should not have to just discuss our own self in our mind, we should have to discuss people. There was a time when diseases were there, but scientists were busy in inventing things for ease of humanity. But now the things are very different. So, if we talk about the literature, the science fiction is going to get more marks from my side, that it would be increased. I believe that thematic concerns cannot be you can say interpreted, or cannot be suggested right now. Like if I can say these themes would be there. It's obvious that themes are we cannot produce a strong argument regarding themes and regarding genres of literatures, like regarding writing styles, that people are going to discuss these things in upcoming literature. So there is just interpretation from my side that people are going to go with these similar themes. They will think for corona for a small time span, and now as the life is going to become very fast, the people, the novels are going to have a little bit you can say difficulty, because there are people who are engaged in watching movies and plays on televisions or English. They prefer to watch things on televisions, like mass media is being preferred. People right now in this COVID-19 situation, we can say that people are going to read things when they would get free from mass media. There are a lot of people who like reading, but the readings are going to be disturbed after this, I believe, according to my interpretation, because the man will think for becoming more fast, and they will think for becoming more technological. People will think for becoming more modern, because this coronavirus told the world that we are not that much strong in technology. We're not that much strong in medical field. Even everywhere, starting from AIDS, going from Ebola virus, and after this COVID stopped. So I believe these viruses are very much effective, and they spend their time. People minds would be towards survival type of themes, and they will I don't think that they are going very much toward the idealism right now. This is the time when idealism and realism are going to have a mixture. Like people do have their own psychology, and there would be a lot of interpretation from different people. Different minds will come out, different sort of practical experienced you can say writings would be in front of us in fiction style. So I believe that people are going to share the biographies regarding fighting with this disease and what was this disease in literature. people are going to write that maybe they will write that there is a technological clash between two technologies like medical and like internet. Like if we watch that right now, most benefit is being given to the internet. Like due to this spread, internet is having more benefits from e-commerce, is getting more and more benefits. Even I would say watching these online sellings apps like Daraz and others, they 5 times their business is being increased after this spread. So look, the Zoom people did not know even about Zoom, right? Right now it is earning billions of dollars, right? So social networks are earning billions of dollars from this spread right now. So things, if we watch on the other hand, we have medical field. It is not that much strong right now because it is not capable of producing a cure in half of the year. So I believe the literature is would be a tutti frutti type of mixture of literature. You can say people with different concern, different mind. Like there was literature in Elizabethan period when people were writing on different themes, different from each other. So I believe there would be a different sort of mixture of writings after this COVID-19 spread. So I will say you people wear masks and clean your hands for 20 seconds in each 30 minutes, and don't frighten to go outside. If you are having genuine works, you should have to go outside, and you should not have to stop your life from this. You are supposed to live with it. 1.5 death ratio is nothing. The diseases are having more death ratios than this. Even the cure is there. Like influenza is having 1% death ratio. Even their cure is there. But corona's cure is not there. Still its death ratio is 1.4 to 1.5%. So I don't think these lockdown are supposed to give any kind of benefit to the people. Don't stop people, just let them do their work, and let them just survive. Let them build their economy and let them live. Thank you very much. Have a very good day. Allah Hafiz.